Cancer, how you doing? Welcome to your February reading here on the Astroflower. February, wow, what a month. We've just had Pluto go into Aquarius, and I did the Pluto reading for everybody, your sign as well. And yeah, changing times. And February is the month of purification, and it's come up in most people's readings, all about purifying things. Yeah, so it's all about purification. There's a load of planets as well that goes into Aquarius, and that's Aquarius is all about the sort of water bearer. It's an air sign, but it sort of reminds me of John the Baptist. So it's sort of like washing your woes away. That's what it's all about, Soil Cancer, this month here. So let's get on and let's see what's happening for you. Here's your overall energy. Here's your karmic message for your relationship side, your spiritual side, your sort of emotions. This is the karmic message for your material side, job, business, projects, and etc. Yes, this is how the universe influences it. This is how your past self influences it. This is how your future self influences it. And this is the general outcome as well. So, as I say, there's a lot going on. Planets going into Aquarius as well. Venus, Mars, and Mercury. So they're all going into Aquarius as well. So it's all happening, really. It's a real changing of the guards. Let's see what happens for you. King of Pentacles, overall energy here. This is because I think actually you're a water sign. But if you look at your Astroflower, you can see that actually there's more earth in Cancer than there is water. And I think you have a great knowledge of how things work. And that knowledge you keep inside you, and it gives you this sort of assurance, this sort of knowledge, this sort of demeanor, as it were, that's very good and very productive if it's consistent. And I think the energy here is giving you that consistency to really unpack a lot of things at the moment, to see what the situation is in regards to your life and see how it sort of fits and sits, as it were. And that could well be the purification for you this month. Let's just see what's going on in your karmic path, on your spiritual, emotional and relationships. I'm laughing because the wands have been, certainly the Knight, the Page and the King of Wands have been playing an important part. And this is on your relationship side. So through this knowledge and understanding and this much more of a secure place of who you are, now is the time to explore with your passion in life about what you're passionate about spiritually, what you're passionate about emotionally, and start exploring it, testing it out, testing out the waters, seeing what works. That's that whole purification factor. And the Page is learning as it goes. So you will be learning loads as you go forward about your passions and how you apply them in all of your aspects of your emotions, your relationships and so forth. How is the universe influencing you? With the World. The World card is a Capricorn card. The reason being is because it's got all the elements in a very fine balance. So basically 25, 25, 25, 25. You know, a quarter of each element, and that's what Capricorn brings to the sort of story, as it were. Gives you a real balanced view, and I think the universe here is trying to sort of help you to understand your passions without you going overboard in one direction. Oversteering. I don't know if you've ever done boating or a canal, driven a canal barge or boat. You know, you can sometimes really oversteer. You can oversteer in a car as well, you know. And here I think the universe here is giving you an enormous stability. And this breaks into, and with this stability, creates a whole new cycle in your life that gives a lovely warmed air to what could well be a frosty day. And it's bringing beautiful things to you. Where have you come from? The Ten of Wands. This is where you're coming from. You've been carrying loads, way too much in regards to other people, in regards to yourself, and it's been bogging you down and slowing you down. But it has actually brought you a lot of that as well, this understanding and that knowledge. And now it's a time to play with each of those bits of passions that you've been collecting over time and see what really works for you, and throw away the ones that don't work for you. You know, clear a lot of things, do a bit of a spring clean, as it were, I think, more than anything else. And it's going to bring you success. Look at all these wands coming out. As I was saying, the wands have been really on fire, as they are. But yeah, you get the Six of Wands. This is the success you can get if you play with it and let go of a lot of things. All of a sudden, you're going to be riding high. And I think people are going to start noticing from a distance and kind of going, and who's that? Well, that's Cancer, is it? Oh my words. And it's like, you know, it's just that you're getting, it's like if you've ever played bingo in a big hall. Do you know about bingo? It's like lotto. It's like the lottery where you play it in a big hall and someone calls out the numbers and eventually someone turns around and goes, bingo! And it's just someone who's really excited in some random part of the hall that just starts jumping up and down. You know, and that's, it's a little bit like that. You're getting a bingo moment. Yeah, you're winning the lottery. That's what I feel like. There's a real winning of the lottery scenario going on here. And you get the Five of Swords of the outcome. Now, all the outcomes of this on purifications is about what you're letting go of. And this Five of Swords here is helping you, because it's a learning card. What you're learning is not to get yourself involved in situations, and that's what that's about. And this is all the new cycle about, getting involved in situations that can be conflictual. You will know how to avoid them in the future. And this decision turns you into a real leader, turns you into someone who's taking a pathway and leading that pathway, because you're no longer getting involved in conflicts that just doesn't serve you. And that's what I meant about sort of going off on a tangent, oversteering. That's exactly what I meant. That's what seems to be the purification and the lesson for you this month here. On your karmic message on your financial side, out with the old and in with the new, engaging in that passions again. There, the wands are back up. They're on fire. This is really good. This is your karmic messages this month here, almost to just like burn everything down and start again and start new. You know, but using the same things. You know, yeah, okay, so deconstructing something and then just building something new out of what you've got. And it's really giving you a new direction, a new passion in your life. And with that security comes a lot with it. Well, this is the influence from the universe. And if it was on this side here, then it would be a different kettle of fish. We're in the material side. And the universe here is sort of saying, take your emotions out of the situation. Allow your passion to be your guiding star. Yes, passion, you could regard it as an emotion. It's a way of being more than anything else. It's like happiness is a way of being. Joy is the emotion. You know, and here I think they're sort of saying to you, if you really want to follow this pathway here, you've got to take your emotional side out of it. So you don't go into it kind of going, oh well, you know, I'll let it go this once. No. If you're passionate about it, that's the overall energy as well. You've got to be straight as a die about it, I think. Okay? Happiness after difficulty. That is what that's all about. It's difficult to say no to someone sometimes, but sometimes it's necessary for them as much for you. And I think this is what you're learning about now. You've come from a place that has been difficulty, and you now know, from that place you've come from, you now know how to go after your passions and your pure desire within your career, within your business, within your projects, within anything you're actually doing, you know? It does tie in with that as well, because there's something that is now, as I said, out with the old and in with the new. That's that karmic message there. Building something out of something that's dead, done and dusted with. And it's dead, done and dusted with. And this is your future. There's something that needs to get out the way here. in order for that to come through. And it's being hard on you, or it was hard on you. I think you've realised this. I don't think there's any more emotions attached to that situation. I think it's pretty clear for you. It might be just a case of how you go about it, how you go about leaving that job, how you go about closing that business so you can open up another one or take a job. How is it, how can you sort of change your project stop it from going one way in order for it to go another. And I think it's to do with the hardship of what you've been through before and allowing that happiness to come to the surface. And then you get the moon. It's a Scorpio card. And Scorpio is all about justice in the world. I think once that's dead, done and dusted, it's going to bring a lot of things to the surface, and I think it's going to bring that to the surface. And I'm not even sure that you know how to handle it. I think it's something so new, out with the old and in with the new, out with that. Something that's blocking your pathway, in your future pathway, should be coming from where you come from in your past, and you've taken out the emotions of it all. And this here is going to bring forth a state of being that's going to be very new to you. Almost a bit nervous in a way, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's really good. But it brings up a lot of things that you have only seen in the half light under the moon, and you can't really make it out for what it is. And it's like, I think I want to do this job, and I think I know it's good for me, and I think it is going to be good for you. Yes, it is, and I think an opportunity that comes in for you is going to be good, and I think you should take it. It is like it's not a leap of faith, because it's almost as if you know you've got to do it. So there's a big change in your financial side of something, letting go of something completely massive. I've just realised you've got 3 10s on the table. The 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. Just need the 10 of Pentacles to come out and we're laughing. It's a full set. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do hope they sort of, I'm sure they can help you in multitudes of ways. And I thank you for all the support that you give to this channel. There's loads of links in the description below where you can book up a private reading or healing session with myself. There's also our sister channel, Somatic TV. You can go over there and have a look at it's a channel about energy, basically all about the mechanics of energy, Earth's energy, sun's energy, human energy, all of that things about energy. Basically, you'll find it linked at the end of the description, in the description, and also around my head at some point. But more than anything else, thank you very much for being here, Cancer. I really do appreciate it. Let's go on with the clarification. The overall energy is really trying to, inside you, I think this is where that knowledge comes from. I think inside you, and I think the overall energy is explaining to you here. Inside you that there's only one thing that really makes you tick, and I would follow it. It's that emotion, that knowledge, that security that within you that creates that beautiful warm wind on a cold day, and it makes your heart just glow. And I think the overall energy is doing that. On your spiritual and emotional and relationship side, on your karmic path, you get the 2 of Swords with the Page of Wands. You've got to make this decision to do this. You've got to make the decision to explore it. You're going to make the decision to make yourself a little bit vulnerable because you're exploring it about it. And someone could turn around to you and kind of go, you're out of line, Cancer. And you can kind of go, yeah, okay, yeah, I was. Thank you very much for telling me. Understood, learned. And if they can't accept the fact that you've learned something, they're probably not worth being there. And that's where that learning about that 5 of Swords comes at. So I think this is a big decision you're making within you, but it's going to make you a leader in your own pathway. There is no doubt about it. With the Moon card, you get the 2 of Pentacles. A lot of 2s turning up now. Decision making. Here they're sort of saying in this new cycle, they're showing to you what works and what doesn't work. Very simply here. It's exactly what we can see in the Ten of Wands as well. You need to get, obviously you've been carrying a lot that you think should be the right thing to do, but you don't feel it's the right thing to do. So then why are you doing it? It's got to really tie in with that Ace of Cups. But through all of us, as I said, you've accumulated a lot of understanding. And that's where the Queen of Swords comes in. The Queen of Swords gives you that clarity and definition from that decision that you've made or you're making this month. And this decision is giving a very clear direction, and you are taking that direction. And that direction is taking away from that, where you're not carrying everything from everyone anymore. And it's making you very much more secure within yourself. Your past is, is going to be purified in the month of February. And what comes out of it? You've now got 2 queens on here, 2 twos on here. A Queen of Cups comes out, a beautiful card, a lot of work that you've done. You're radiating this beautiful vibration through your spiritual practices, and that could be through your meditation, through yoga, through the nutrition, through lots of things you do. But what it's doing is it's all contributing to a success that it is a beautiful success, like winning the lottery. There's someone somewhere shouting, kind of going, "Wah!" in the world when they've won the lottery. You may not even hear them, but that person is you. And that's what you feel like, It's funny because I was doing that, and that's exactly what the Queen's doing, It's like you're winning a spiritual lottery or an emotional and relationship lottery going on, and it's going to go quick. The thing is, it's going to go quicker the more you realise that you shouldn't be involved in situations that you just think, "Oh yeah, I've got to win that." No, if you don't feel that it's the right situation to be in, you're going to tie yourselves up in knots and stop yourself from progressing in your life. Let go of that sort of thing, learn about it, and the moment you do, it's like you're going to turn into rocket mode, and you're really going to start heading off at some great speed in life. And really, that purification, getting rid of a lot of things, doing a big spring clean in your life, is going to really propel you into your future. It's all about the queens, really. Here we get the High Priestess as well, which comes out on this, your Ace of Wands. This opportunity, out with the old and in with the new, is an idea that comes from you. It's, as I said, it's like having something already. It's like taking a car apart and rebuilding the car in a different way, so the car looks like a completely different car, but it's still the same car, and it's still going to work as a project. But what it does is galvanizes your passion into a new direction, which helps you to get that project, that business going in the right direction, or that career path going exactly where it should be going. And to do that, the universe is helping you by taking the emotions out of the situation. And once it takes the emotions out of the situation, something is going to be dead, done and dusted with. The Star. The universe is sort of saying, take out the emotions and you can have all of your dreams, your wishes on a star. I'm wishing on a star to find out where you are, in accordance to your passions. Out with the old and in with the new. Absolutely blinding for you. We're making up rhymes now as we go. Take out the passion and you will then have access. It's like if you take out not take out the passion, take out the emotions. If you took out the emotions, it's like you take out the clouds that's covering the stars. And now all of a sudden you can see the stars. Staying true to what you are, letting go of something, allowing something to die off in your life, staying true to the essence of what you feel inside you, giving you strength, giving you a lot of confidence about where you should be going, and, putting to an end to the doubts that are within you. That's where you've come from. I think you know within you what, the difficulty that you've been through. And I think that is the difficulty you've been through. This is dead now. It's not feeling anymore. So that's the difficulty you have been through. Now it's a case of, okay, how do I move it out of my way physically? And in order to do that, you need to take out your emotions in the material world, within regards to your job and all of that, business and projects and what have you. Yeah, because there's healing coming in for you. This is what it's going. This is your healing moment. This is your purification moment in your life, in this month here, on your career path. Something that's dead, done and dusted with, and all of a sudden it brings you back to the essence of what you, why you're doing this job, why you're doing this project, or why you're doing this business. And I think it reinstigates that passion that is within you and reignites your heart in a new way. But you've just got to allow it to die off and disappear. With the moon, you get the 9 of Wands. Once bitten, twice shy here, I think, for you. I think because that is going to still be a little bit fresh. I think it's actually given you some very healthy boundaries, which come out of that as well, because I think you're going to realise how to get towards your success, and that is those healthy boundaries there. And you're not really going to, it's like you've been locked up in a house, in a garden, all your life, and all of a sudden the gates are open and you're allowed to go outside. And you've got some ideas of, you know, what not to do. And those are those healthy boundaries. So I've got to be attention of the cars going past, because you've seen them from the garden. And but it's all of a sudden there's a whole new world out there, but you're not sure how to engage in it. And this is where staying true and to the knowledge in yourself and the overall energy and trusting in the feelings that are within you, they are going to be the triggers that the moment something comes up in your life that sort of kind of goes, that you don't feel right, you'll be able to sort of kind of go, no, not doing that. Nip it in the bud before it even comes into place. And it's going to help you enormously to follow your pathway and get to that dream, that ultimate goal. So there you go, Cancer. Thank you very much for being with us. I really do appreciate it. Yes, there's all those links in the description below. There's also our sister channel, Sunmatic TV, and everything like that. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.